Gather around, my friends, and I shall tell you a tale. Listen close, you blackout-driving, MRE hauling grunts. Big Daddy's about to slam you face first into the rawest military dogman horror you've ever heard. This one's got teeth, claws, and a cover-up that'll make your chain of command sweat. It's 1981, Fort Polk, Louisiana. Deep in the humid black of 3 a.m., a thick air with pine sap, red clay dust, and the faint copper tang of distant artillery smoke. Big Mo, 18-year-old PFC, straight out of basic, as green as grass city kid from Houston, sits behind the wheel of an M35 deuce-and-a-half cargo truck, engine running low like a growl. The canvas tarp flaps softly in the humid breeze, hauling chow at 3 a.m. under blackout. That means no lights, and they're on a slow roll. The moon is bright as hell. They have a long ride till they make it to the mess hall in time for breakfast. There's a lot of soldiers counting on them to deliver that food. He's riding with his first sergeant, a short, wire-rimmed glasses-wearing sumbitch that goes by the name of Top. He's an ill-tempered, quick to cuss you out, and talks to himself like he's half crazy. Old Top needs to take a leak, so he orders Big Mo to stop on a dirt road near a barbed wire fence. The engine is idling. Top hops out and starts pissing like a racehorse. Big Mo sees eyes reflecting moonlight in the forest, and sees they are attached to something. He thinks he is having some kind of waking nightmare. The beast before him looks like some kind of giant demon wolf. It's charging, straight for Top, thundering through the bush like a behemoth, each step shaking the ground. Big Mo says, "Top, get in the truck, there's something coming." But old Top is just muttering to himself like a madman while finishing his piss, completely oblivious to the impending danger. Big Mo yells at this time, "Top, get in the damn truck right now!" Old Top, with his pants still not fully pulled up, finally saunters up to the door and says, "What the hell is going on, you uppity bastard?" At that moment, Top's sixth sense kicks in, and he turns around and finally realized the nature of just how much danger he was in. There it is, a 9-foot-tall nightmare standing upright, massive head, snout over 2 feet long, black lips peeled back over 3-inch canines, dripping wet with saliva that smells like wet iron and rotten meat. Barrel chest heaving, fur matted with red clay and something darker. Arms 6 feet long, claws curved like scythes, black and glossy. It leans in, hot breath blasts Top's face, rank with blood and pine needles. Eyes amber gold glowing with cold intelligence, pupils slitted like a cat's, but way too aware. He frantically gets back into the rig and slams the door on the creature's hand, breaking off a few nails in the process. The beast roars furiously. The thing slams one dinner plate-sized paw into the passenger door. Steel crumples inward with a sickening pop. Glass spiderwebs in slow motion, shards glinting like falling stars. A howl rips out, a deep, wet, violent roar that reverberates through the metal frame. They can feel the vibration reverberate through their bowels like the hammer of Thor pounding upon the bells of Tartaria. It tries to open the door, but Top has a hold of the handle and won't let it in. Big Mo guns it and tries to get out of there, but the deuce-and-a-half is slow. The beast is grabbing at the vehicle, trying to stop them as they drive. All of a sudden, the demonic abomination smashes its head through the window and roars at them. Then it does something unexpected. It climbs into the back of the truck and gets inside and begins slashing tarp like a hot knife through butter and jostling loose the chow containers and tossing them out the back. The warm, acrid smell of human feces flood the interior of the truck as old Top passes out cold from the terror and soils himself, just like a baby. Big Mo was left to deal with the situation all alone. At that moment, he looks out the window and sees another giant upright walking wolf running, keeping pace alongside the truck. This one has no less of a terrifying look, but it has a lighter color, and it was clearly a female, as he saw a pair of breasts and eyelashes on it. She locks onto Big Mo and looks into his eyes. No sound, but the voice detonates inside his skull. Calm, feminine, almost soothing. Chill out. Be cool. Everything's gonna be all right. Implies hunger. Just food, nothing personal. They're here for the chow. Big Mo can hear the other one in the back throwing out the remaining containers. At that moment, Top comes to and looks out the window and sees the female. He grabs his M16 and points at her. The she-beast opens her gaping maw and rears one of her arms back ready to attack. Big Mo puts his hand on the barrel of the M16 and lowers it. Be cool, they just want the food, he says. You'll only provoke them. The M16 didn't have any live ammo in it anyway. Live rounds are only issued under strict circumstances, after all. As dawn approaches, the duo close in on the base. Big Mo remarks, Them bastards ain't gonna believe what we seen. Top tells him not to tell anyone. Don't tell them. They ain't gonna believe us. By the time they make it to the mess hall, Big Mo feels and looks like he's aged 20 years. As the dawn sun illuminates the sky, the commanding officer walks up and is not pleased at the state of the vehicle and demands to know where the chow is. There are hundreds of hungry men who need to eat. The ripe scent of human waste wafts through the air as old Top grabs his ass and swiftly duck walks back to his barracks. His first order of business, to change his stank, dookie-stained drawers. Big Mo is left to try and explain the situation. He claims they got attacked by giant wolves. Huge, upright walking wolves. Obviously, nobody believes him. When the smoke cleared and the dust settled, some men came to pay Big Mo a visit. They showed up in black Suburbans, with tinted windows and strange radar dishes on top, and they were all armed to the teeth, dressed in sharp black suits. Men in black, he called them. Turns out old Top came correct and told the truth about what happened. The story made its way up the brass, and these men in black came to hear Big Mo recount the traumatic events of that night, and to collect any physical evidence. They took the broken claws that were found inside the truck, and they fixed up the rig good as new. They completely covered it all up. Now here's the kicker. One of these men in black made an offhand remark that stuck with Big Mo. He says, "There are things out there that these things have to take care of. We need them just as much as we need you." Then he orders silence. Big Mo is not to speak of his encounter. The cryptic remark implies dogmen work hand in hand with the U.S. government. The only question is, what are they used for exactly? To patrol against Bigfoots? Wraiths? Rakes? Reptilians, perhaps? Maybe they use them for special assassination missions. Perhaps we use them in foreign wars on far-off battlefields. Maybe we use them for something that makes even the hearts of the brass turn cold. Top apologized to Mo for every harsh word he ever said. "You saved my life, kid." Personality flips overnight. From raging asshole to quiet, pleasant, almost gentle, fear rewired his soul. Mo carries the haunting memory for decades. Every night the howl echoes in his dreams. The smell of wet fur and blood never quite leave his nose. His cousins in Texas once told him about oversized wolves years before. He laughed. Now he knows. Only Jesus pulled him through that night. Ask and ye shall receive. He warns, don't provoke, reason first. But if they're hungry, they'll take what they want, and you'll taste your own fear before they leave. Kinda makes you wonder. These packs ain't mindless killers. They're territorial, intelligent, maybe even sanctioned guardians against something darker, something that defies human comprehension and understanding. The veil's so thin out there on them Louisiana back roads, you can smell the sulfur when the wind shifts right. Could be some animal left over from the antediluvian era. Could be demonic skinwalkers. Could be the good Lord keeping beasts on payroll to handle what bullets can't. So next time you're rolling dark with chow in the back and hear that air brake hiss under a full moon, don't stop. Floor it. Pray fierce. 'Cause if that howl splits the night and claws bend steel, they're not asking permission. They're collecting tribute. And your soul is on the menu. Big Daddy out. Drop your own paranormal military encounters, dogman tales, or bump in the night stories below. I know some of y'all got 'em. Spill it. Peace.